Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanita. Welcome on this channel. I talk about spirituality, the law of attraction, and personal development. So if you are into these kind of things, join the beautiful spiritual family. Today I decided that I'm going to talk to you guys about the importance of having a daily spiritual routine. This hits so close to home for me because I have been in the spiritual community for the past 2-3 years, but I was consistently failing to establish a routine that I would follow spiritually. This hits so close home to me because for the past 2 to 3 years I was never able to establish a consistent spiritual routine that I would stick to. I tried so many times, but I failed every single time, and honestly I don't have a reason for that. I don't have a real reason behind that except for my laziness and me not taking my spirituality seriously. The change for me really happened in the past 4 to 5 months because honestly it wasn't the best time for me, and I was dealing with a challenging relationship at that time, so I kind of felt like I needed a spiritual routine, to keep myself sane. This is what really caused me to bring about a change in my spiritual behavior, because I realized that for the past 2-3 years I used spirituality as a method of escaping my problems. I would only turn towards spirituality when times are rough. And I just want to be clear here, I don't think there's anything wrong with using spirituality or spiritual tools or mindful tools while you're having a hard time, like only for the purposes of getting out of that hard time. I think it's your personal choice, but for me, I live and breathe spirituality, so it didn't make sense that the only time that I actually turned towards these spiritual practices was when I was hurting, or when I was not having a good day, or just when things were rough for me. I wanted to truly live and breathe spirituality. I wanted to be spiritual being first and only then a material being, and not the other way around. I wanted my spiritual practice to be my priority. I really just wanted to walk in faith, and in order for me to do that, I had to put effort into my relationship with the divine, with the source, with God, with the universe, whatever you choose to call it. Your relationship with the universe is literally like any other relationship in your life. If you want for this relationship to work, if you want to benefit from this relationship, if you want to be supported by the universe, to be guided by the universe, if you want to be receptive of what she has to say, you have to invest in this relationship. Just like with anyone else, no relationship can survive if it's one-sided. While the universe is this beautiful, abundant, joyful, powerful source of energy that is always available for anyone, it can't do the work for you. It can't fix your life for you. You need to put effort into this relationship just like you need to put effort into any other meaningful relationship in your life, except for this relationship should be more meaningful to you because this relationship literally dictates everything in your life. By the way, I just want to be clear here, I'm not the kind of a person who preaches if you don't pray daily or if you don't meditate daily, then God will not do this for you. I 100% believe that the universe, God, or the source are available to anyone, even the shittiest of the people at all times. I think they can tap into it. The problem is not having a consistent spiritual routine, or not having a spiritual routine at all, deals with this, and I'm gonna give you an example. We all know those people who literally have no relationship with the universe, who literally have shitty relationships in their life, who are not connected, who are just living their busy material life, and we don't judge them for that because we don't judge anyone in this community, but we all know these people, right? So then you see something really bad happen to those people, and that's when they are ready to pray, and then they're surprised that no matter how much they prayed, no matter how much they believed in their ability to manifest that prayer at that moment, they weren't able to manifest it. The reason why their prayer wasn't answered is not because God or the universe are punishing them for not having a consistent spiritual routine, for not praying, for not going to church. This is not what God is about. The reason why they weren't able to manifest that prayer is because they weren't putting the effort into this faith, into this relationship. Because they weren't putting effort into their faith, into their relationship, their subconscious mind was not accepting the idea that you can simply manifest something through prayer, and that's why they weren't able to manifest it. Once again, you have the ability to manifest whatever it is you want, as long as your subconscious mind is on the same page with your desire. But if your subconscious mind has a little bit of a doubt, you're not going to be able to manifest it. You need to put effort into your relationship with the universe. You need to put effort into your happiness, your spirituality, your growth. It's all about consistency. Think about anything in this life. Literally, you cannot succeed at anything if you are not consistent. Consistency is the key to any sort of success, and it is the same for spirituality as well. How do you create a spiritual routine? What should your spiritual routine look like? How many practices and what kind of practices should you include in your spiritual routine? It really depends. It depends on the kind of a person you are, on how much time you have, on the kind of law of attraction methods or the kind of spiritual practices that you like, that work for you. Only spiritual practice that I think everyone, no matter who you are, should have on their spiritual routine is meditation. I know that there are a lot of people who prefer the law of attraction side of the business, prefer doing law of attraction techniques rather than meditate. Believe me, I know, because I was that person. Well, let me explain why you're missing out by not meditating and by only focusing on your law of attraction journey. If you choose to only focus on your manifestation journey, on the law of attraction techniques, then you're literally wasting about 50% of your manifesting ability. I would say even more. Let me try to come up with an analogy for you guys. So let's say you do meditate and you also do the law of attraction techniques. This is basically you at your best manifesting ability. You speaking directly to the universe. Just telling the universe, hey, this is what I want, and the universe is ready to manifest it. However, if you do not meditate, if you don't tune yourself into the natural flow of the universe, but you focus on law of attraction techniques, it's literally you talking to the universe in another language. The universe kind of has an idea of what you're talking about because you have the ability to use your gestures. You can even take out a notepad and draw what you want, but it will still take the universe a minute to really tune into your ambiguous language and to really understand what you want. Do you see what I'm trying to get with this analogy? Law of attraction techniques are beautiful and wonderful way of manifesting the life of your dreams. However, they are not meant to tune you into the universe. You know what I mean? They're not meant to teach you to speak its language. Why not learn to speak its language and tell her what you want at the same time? That is why even if you are not really into meditation just yet, I suggest that you have it on your spiritual routine. All it takes is 21 days for the habit to form. So please just meditate daily for 21 days and literally it will change your life. As you figured it out already, another thing that I think you should have on your daily spiritual routine is some sort of a manifestation technique, some sort of a law of attraction technique. I don't think it has to be the same for literally all your life, but I think it should be consistent for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, unless you get bored with it, unless it becomes routine. As I said before on this channel, you don't want any sort of law of attraction technique to become boring, to become a burden. You want to have fun. Finally, another spiritual practice that I suggest you have on your daily spiritual routine is subliminals. Literally, please, just do the fucking subliminals. It takes no effort on your part. Just put in your headphones right before you go to sleep and go to sleep. Fall asleep with the subliminals. You're consciously doing nothing, but on the vibrational level, there's so much work being done. Why not utilize this tool? What else should you have on your daily spiritual routine? I don't know, it really depends on you, on what you like, what is important to you for your spirituality. I have a friend who is on a more traditional spiritual path, and for her, it's really important to dedicate at least 15 minutes a day for scripture reading. For her, it's really important for her, reading that scripture every day for 15 minutes really establishes her relationship, her faith into the universal powers. And if you have a practice like that I haven't mentioned, that I don't really talk about on this channel because I have a particular direction where I'm going in with this channel, it doesn't matter really what I'm saying. If there's some sort of a practice that makes you connected, that makes you in tune with the universe, use it in your spiritual practice. I personally believe that any sort of mindful activity can really become a spiritual practice. Even if you decide that every single day you're going to take a shower and you're going to imagine like the stress is washing away off of your body, I think this could be a spiritual practice. I think you going to work out for 2 hours and you truly being present and truly being aware of all the strength you're gaining, of all the benefits you're giving to your health. I think this could be a spiritual practice as well. Your daily spiritual practice doesn't have to look like anyone else's spiritual practice. Spirituality, unlike religion, and that's the beauty of it, is very personal. You decide the rules, you learn, you experience everything on your own. So just play around with different spiritual practices, with different law of attraction techniques, things and see what works for you. As I said, the only thing that I think you should have in your spiritual practice is meditation, because honestly it has been proven for thousands of years to be a literal source of connection with God, so maybe you should use it. Other than that, you can pick and choose whatever you like. I think that's it for me for today, but before I get into the end of the video, I thought that I would share my spiritual routine with you. However, before we get into that, I just want to be really clear and real with you and really transparent. I don't really do all of these spiritual activities every single day. Like, I'll say that I do 90%, but most of the time I do miss one or two. But you know, I'm still a girl living in a material world, so I mean, life gets in the way, and sometimes I don't do some sort of spiritual practices, and I'm not going to shame myself for that. I am very proud about how consistent I've become with my spiritual routine, and I just want to share with you guys what I do on a daily basis. I'm going to read it off my phone, so please don't mind me. In the morning, I wake up and I usually just do a meditation. Meditation is usually 20 minutes without any sort of music, without any sort of sound, without any sort of frequency. It's just a plain old school meditation. Then I usually do a quick yoga sequence, 15 to 20 minutes, just, you know, something to really start my day, to really feel the energy flowing in my body. Then I basically go about my day. You know, I script and film and edit videos for you guys, which I think is kind of spiritual as well, because this is what the point of this channel is. On some days, which by the way I'm still not really good about being consistent about it, I do write a blog post, and honestly every single time I write a blog post, if you have not read my blog, it's very like spiritual, very even more so spiritual than my channel is. So whenever I dedicate my time into writing these blogs, I feel like I'm really connecting, you know, I'm really putting myself in tune with the universe. Basically my middle of the day kind of goes without any spiritual practices, but then in the end of the day I always make sure that I journal. I usually just try to acknowledge my feelings, especially if I'm feeling shitty about something or if I feel negative energy trapped inside me. I write it down and I really try to get to the source of things, because I don't want that energy trapped in me. I want it released, and journaling really helps me. Before I go to sleep, I always meditate, but this meditation is different from my morning meditation, because this time I usually have some sort of music playing in the background. Usually it's some sort of like a frequency that unites me with the universe, that connects me to God. Sometimes I also use crystals during this meditation. Finally, right before I go to sleep, and this is something that I just added like last week, I do subliminals. Literally, I put in my headphones and I fall asleep with subliminal messages playing to me on a love frequency, on 528 hertz. This spiritual practice has honestly changed my life. Every single day I wake up in a popping mood, because for a certain time at night, when my subconscious was really susceptible to information, I was listening to all these bomb affirmations that I myself wrote. So I do consider this to be a really powerful spiritual practice that I personally will not ever give up. So yeah, I think this is it for my spiritual routine. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Namaste.